Hello, my dear friend. This is my first YouTube in English. My YouTube recording in English, so therefore there will be lots of problems with the language anyway. But I will give a try if I can do that. That will be good also for myself. This is, as you know, if you are here, you know that this is a European truck simulator game. It's a truck simulator, which there is another version for the United States, which is the American truck simulator. For European version, it's called, as I said, European truck simulator, which is ETS. Now, first I go in the cabin and I will explain you what's going on. I think you will understand me. If not, try to understand. I will explain you everything, my equipment, my setup, how I came here, who I am. It will come also slowly. Now let's start the... Let's open our dashboard from here. It will open, but it struggles. I don't know why. It opened. Okay. I think we are now in Poland. And we have a freight. It's a container which doesn't belong to me. I own the truck. And I fulfilled all the contracts for the companies. I drive their container. I put it on my truck and bring it to whatever country they had to go. So our today's container is acid container, what we call ADF, high explosive material. So my truck is Volvo Defash Aero 540 PS, and I have to go to my destination is in St. Petersburg in Russia. I think all the recording levels and everything is okay. I don't know if I will see it. Someone wants to... Okay. As I said, we are in Poland, Białystok, or how they pronounce it, I don't know. I do play ETS with all original content. I don't use any third-party add-ons, which are also very great. I can admit that, but there will be some problems from day to another day, and if the main software ETS is going to be updated, these add-ons is not, then you will get problems. You get crashes and etc. So I try to stay on the they call it vanilla or vanilla, I don't know how do you say that, vanilla, which means everything is original. And there are this game, when this came to the market, I don't know when, 1990s maybe, and it started with very limited material with it. But the years and years after years and years, they developed everything very, very rapidly. And in 15 and 20 years, the situation came to this. This game is very interesting game because they don't use any Unreal game engine, or the game engine was written by another software companies. This company is what calls SCS. They wrote their own engine, which of course brings with itself so much benefits. As you can see, everything runs flueless. You don't need a very special hardware for this. With very decent hardware, you can play this game or this simulation. Sometimes it's very difficult to call this as a game because it's really, it's, for me at least, it's very authentic, it's very real. For example, now we are in Poland. There are maps, what they call. There are trucks, there are trailers. Maybe I know this game, but this game was started with original maps, as I said, 15 or 20 years ago. I don't know the exact time, but in the years they developed extra maps, such as France, Germany, Middle East, not Middle East, Balkans, Greece, Italy, Spain. But some of them, they left it as it was at the beginning. For example, Poland. This map is very, very old map. But in the next episodes, you will see the Italy, you will see the Germany, France. Those maps are really fantastic. Today we are going to, as I told you, to Russia. I think I forgot the name of the map. The Russia map. It is not only the Russia. It contains Finland, Latvia, Lithuania, sort of countries, which is also an add-on map, which has been done after the original map. For example, you see these hotels, for example, these are all old buildings from the beginning. Thank you, guy. Buddy, thank you, buddy, sorry. Polish city names are very interesting. Olsztyn, how they pronunciate it. By the way, I am 66 years old, a retired person, and I do have only hobbies what I can do, and I live my hobbies. I have two hobbies. One is trucking simulator like this ETS. The other one is the Flight Simulator, Microsoft Flight Simulator. I am also very dedicated myself on these two simulations. I also have a very little, how do you say that, miniature trains, and nice diorama layout, or it's better. And with my 66 years of age, I'm single, I'm not married. I have lots of time for this stuff. I don't like to watch the TVs, politics, economy. If I do watch them, my high blood pressure is going high. So I let them. I have still high blood temperature, and I'm a very hypochondriac person, very hypochondriac. Everything can affect me, affect my body, affect my soul and everything. So I get always problems with my high blood pressure. Newly they changed my pill, but I don't think so it will help. I don't think so. Because in the brain, I lost the war. How do you say? Yeah, I lost the war in my brain. So my setup is very decent setup. I can tell you, my graphic card is 3080. Still a nice setup. But as I told you, if you play this game very seriously, then you can say that I feel as I am really in Poland now. Really, you can feel it. But if you just play like a racing game, for example, go with this truck 200 kilometers or 150, which you can't do that in the original version, because they are all limited with 90, as they should be. But for example, the speed limit now you can see on the screen right of the taco is it says 70. So I do drive 70. If it says don't overgo another car, then I don't go over him. So if you do it seriously, then you have a very serious hobby. Oi, you see, if you go on the right lane, you see, look, I go again, look, and it says in Poland, they have this lane on the right side, you know. If you sleep or if you fall asleep, then it wakes you. Nice. Very nice. I liked it. You see, Kaunas is, I guess, somewhere in Lithuania. We are going to Lithuania. You see there is a GPS. And I have here one tablet, Android tablet, which is not that much money. And there I have a sim dashboard software, which I can see my data. It takes these data from the software. It's a very little software and free. That's free. By the way, ETS game is also very cheap. You can achieve it from Steam. It's very cheap game. $10 or $15, I don't know. But you have to have a gear for that, you know. For example, my wheel is a truck wheel from Moza. It's an expensive one, I know that. But as I told you, this is my only one hobby with the Flight Simulator. And I spent money for these. I don't have another where to spend my money, because I don't have any car in my life, in real life. I have one car, but it's very old, Renault Clio, small one, which I don't drive it in the city where I live. But I do drive scooter, 125cc, a Korean one. And but my wheel is expensive, but it makes so fun for me. Really, I like it and I enjoy it. But you can even drive the software with a very normal steering wheel you can find in every market. And maybe you saw that for retarder, I mean for brake, you see it came somewhere. This place might be a border from past, because they don't have any borders anymore because they are all in European Union. Yeah, look where we are now. Lithuania. Yeah, now we are in Lithuania. Look carefully how the scenery changed. You see, scenery changed totally, and these are the new sceneries with new methods, with new graphic softwares and everything. I don't know why this SCS team, the developer of this game, didn't make anything for Poland, for Hungary, for Czech Republic. And I think this software company comes from Poland, or I don't know, I'm not sure, but somewhere around from there. But I told you before, you can find the third part add-ons which normal people like you and me, which can make new Poland for this game. You can add it to the program, because this program is an open program, which means they let the connections open, which you can add what you are doing in this software. For example, trucks, trailers, lorries, or maps. You can do them without any problem. You can add them. You can make AI traffic, which are those, you know. Look, Vilnius, to right side, we go ahead. My English looks not bad, because this is a Netflix English, I guess. In the school I studied English. This is not my main foreign language. My main foreign language is German, because I studied university in Germany. Pop. Friend, be careful. Yeah, you have problems sometimes, because the AI traffic, which the other traffics, they are AI, which you can play this game also with in real time with multiple players, real players, not AIs. But those are very, very difficult to play, because there are lots of people who are terrorizing everywhere, like in a normal life, and you don't maybe like it. I don't like it. I just play offline and I use AI traffic. You can also adjust this AI traffic. Also, you can do it. You can put more traffic. You can do it less traffic. You can make it rainy day. The big gap for this program is, for me, is the limitation of the online weather. For example, we have in Flight Simulator online weather. Wherever we go, we have the online weather. From here, we take the E67. So we are going to join the E67, I guess. And the time on this game is 1 to 10. I mean, 1 minute is in real life 10 minutes. That means you are not going to drive all the way from where we are coming for this dispatch. We took our container from Trieste, from Italy. I do like work for the containers where I can find them in the harbors. You have so much opportunities. So I stay in the nearby of harbors and I wait for the goods from harbor. And I take the container, and from there it's very interesting to find. You will always find something in harbors. Now in Lithuania the high-speed limit is for trucks is 90. It's rare, you know. It's mostly 80. Most countries in Europe. Yeah, they give you 10% a margin. Means you can go up to 88. After 88 you get penalties. Now we can go 90. The truck drivers say 90 to 90. Go baby, 90 to 90. Now we are 91, but these trucks, they have limitations, as in real life. But what I told you, this doesn't have online weather. It's always, you can make it, you can put some possibilities. You can, for example, put rain possibilities of 70%. Yeah, you have to take care about the speed limits. Look, it came down to 70. Sometimes you get bills. Now it's 90 again. As you see, maybe you spotted that I have here some add-on hardwares for retarder. You see, and I have a handbrake. This one is the handbrake, and my left right warning turn lights. I think is it turn light? I don't know if it's turning light, maybe. So we go. Now we are going to Riga. Riga is LV. We are in LT. LT is Lithuania. LV is Latvia. Or vice versa, I don't know. Normally I have to study my work. If I make a YouTube video, then I have to know what they are. I mean, I don't know now. Now we are in LT. Is for me it's Lithuania, and LV is Latvia, maybe, or vice versa. I hope people are not going to angry with me. We're going to Latvia. You have to be careful on these exits, you know. You have to put your eyes on the right above. It is on my screen, it's my right mirror. But you have dead zones, and sometimes you cannot see the dead zones. We are a small village. I don't know where we are. We are Something around in Kaunas. Not in Kaunas, but some villages in Kaunas. Maybe we will see the name. As I told you, you can put more traffic. No, this part belongs also to Kaunas because we just left Kaunas. Now we go to Riga. We take the road to Riga. For example, you have, as I told you, add-ons which puts traffic, AI traffic or map, and also add some nice things such as daylight enhancements, better daylights as in the original. I don't use them because, as I told you, the upgrade of the software comes in every between 3 to 6 months. And if the update comes, then you have to update everything. But if you use original things from the software company, the maps, the original track, which I drive now, then you don't need to have to update anything because everything is be updated with the normal software update. You don't have any responsibilities. But as I told you, there are some trucks. For example, there is another very interesting truck, which is Volvo. I forgot his name, who made that, but it was a very nice truck. Before this one now, we are in Ramigala. Ramigala. You have to be careful. You go drive through the village with 50. Otherwise you get ticket. Let's put this on speed control. You see, green now 51. I can adjust it and bring it to 50. Or I have 5% margin. I can go up to 55, no problem. Let's do it with 52 because on the downhill it can become faster and you cannot stop it. Okay, the gear Moza wheel, fantastic. You have to have it. I know it's expensive, but if you love this simulation, then you have to have this gear, this wheel, and you have to have these retarder handle, this sim dashboard application, this little tablet, because they make this game much more real. That's the okay, thank you, buddy. If they give you a road, you know, if they let you through, then you have to put the hazard lights flashing. Right, left, right. Hazard light. I don't know. Is that true? Is that correct? I don't know. Turn on the hazard light means I thank them, which is not, of course, real. It's, you don't have to do that, but I told you. Feel real. Okay, there are petrol stations. If you're running out of fuel, you have to go there, take the petrol. And they care about the speed limit signs. Nice scenery through the villages. There is no... Look. Maybe you are hearing the sound, retarder sound. it slows down automatically because this game has it. This Volvo has it. Look, look, look. You see, I don't brake. I don't do anything. You can turn it off. You can drive. Look, now it goes now up. Now it speeds up, like in a real life. You can tell me, buddy, that what is it? You all drive like this. I mean, everything's automatic. Yes, you are right, but you can turn them all off, and you can go manually. You can even go with manual shift, gear shift. You can do it, no problem. You can also use hatch. What is this? Gas, brake, and the other one for the gear, hatch, leg, or what is it? Yeah, you can use it also in this game. As old time. Yeah, there are also old trailers. Or you can drive this 2025 model Volvo with manual gear shift. No problem, you can do it. This game gives you these opportunities, but of course not real. I do it as real as it gets. Offer is always with me. And the problem on this game also, you don't have any, how do you say that in English? And this tachograph, we call that. Tachograph is a unit in the car. Is over here, and it measures your working time. Normal life, you don't have to exceed 9 hours a day in Europe. Oh, look, you see how I brake. I'm sorry, guy. Yeah, I thought he's coming on me. Because as you know, someone in the roundabout, you have to not go into the roundabout. The people in the roundabout always have the privilege. You're not. But I came a little bit fast. Maybe you just heard the squeeze of my tires. So, the guy is coming, as you see. I'm coming. This is not a car, this is a heavy duty machine. We cannot stop. I can eat you. I won't cry for you. But your belongings, they will cry. Yeah, in this game, you don't have this tachograph unit, you don't have this unit. I mean, you can drive as long as you want, but there is another option in this game. The tiring simulations. That driver gets tired after 9 hours. If you turn that on, the screen will go blank randomly. Now we come again in a former border. Now we go to Latvia, I guess. This must be the former border house. Now it's closed, abandoned. Good. Now we are on the way to Latvia. Yes, Latvia. You see? I knew that. This is the Latvian former border. Hello. Yes. But I've said, yes, if you get tired, you go over 9 hours, screen goes randomly blank. So you can't drive, you can make accident. So it's better if you go before that time, or if you get the signs to get tired, you have to take to a resting park and do rest for 9 hours, as in real life. In real life, you have to care about that, because you get also another bill from the police, and that costs you too much money. 1,000 euros, 2,000 euros, very much money. They are very they took lots of care about that. In the game I turned that option off because sometimes I cannot find a resting place, so I have to go over 9 hours. And if I go 9 hours and in some places there are really no resting places, and I don't want to stay just in the middle of the road like this. They are not safe. We have to take about our goods, and we have to burn out our tacos. We just say it like this: burn out the tacos. We just kill our tacos, go over 9 hours. If I turn that option on, then you'll get crashed in some tree or in some car, because screen goes directly blank. So the start of the game, I just turned on my daily timer reset. I resetted that so to 0. Now it's about 8 hours we are on the way. So in a short time of period I have to take rest. I don't get blank screens, but as I do it, I mean seriously, so I just gonna stay and we'll get rest 9 hours. Daily, I play the simulation daily, only one route. It's about 45 minutes. I'm not playing the whole day the simulator. I do read books. I do watch Netflix. I do some sport. I go to swimming. Industrial area, like electric company. There is a nice river. This is Latvia. Normally Russia is closed because this company made a new map for the whole Russia, but on that time the Russian and Ukrainian war began, and they abandoned this whole process, and it was finished, but they didn't sell it because of the embargo to the Russia. We don't want to mix ourselves in the politics. Politic and religion and politic, discuss about those things are very, very difficult, are very, very dangerous. Stay away from those things, which most of YouTubers, game YouTubers, are doing that, because we don't want to discuss here about politics, and we won't want to hurt our friends with our own minds, with our own beliefs. So we're arriving at a rest area, you see, on the right side. Nice to place, I guess. We just go there. Where do we gonna rest, my friend? Hotel. Oh, there is also a hotel. Oh, nice. We can get a shower. Because the hygiene is the truck driver's biggest problem. Finding park places. So, my friend, we are in a very nice place in the middle of the wood. Turn on the handbrake. And turn off the engine. Where are we? Okay, let's go outside and look. Alright. See? Truck is brand new. It's not brand new, it's nearly 40,000 kilometers. Volvo Fash Aero, you say. By the way, my name is Arkan. My YouTube name. Our lorry is a container lorry from Krone, German company. We can go to Germany and the Krone factory. We can find also very good jobs from this factory. They have a very nice map for Krone. It's SCS did it for 3 years ago. A very nice place to go. To Krone. The Krone's plate is from Italy. Yeah, it depends on the country where they belong, because in the international driving scene, you're driving lots of cars with lots of countries' registrations, which they don't matter. They don't really means anything. Now tonight, I will not going to a hotel because I don't have that money. I will stay in my truck, but maybe they will offer me a shower opportunity, so I take my shower and maybe I eat something, because the bad thing is on these trucks, if you only own the truck and you don't own the trailer, then you don't have the opportunity to make some cook on the road, because you don't have a trailer, you don't have a they call it box on the right side of the truck. You have box which you put your all dining, your breakfast, your lunch stuff in there, with lots of things you can make, and you can cook your things, you can make your nice breakfasts, but you have to have your own trailer for that. I don't have trailer, so I have to eat sandwiches or unhealthy stuff. So I stay here in my truck tonight. I wish you a very nice day, if it is daylight there or night there. If it is night there, I wish you have a good night. I think my English is not that bad. You understand me, I guess. This is, as I told you, is a Netflix English, because we are watching all Netflix stuff, and this looks like a very nice movie language. Anyway, I wish you a very nice day and see you next time. Bye bye.